This LEGO set has been hyped up ever since its rumor has been released until the release date of this set. And even then, this set has still delivered. Hey guys, welcome to JP's LEGO Reviews. Today, I'm going to review the LEGO Star Wars ATTE Walker. The set number on this set is 75337. The recommended age rating for this set is 9 and up, and the piece count on this set is 1082 pieces. So, let's break it down. Here are the minifigures included in the set. We have Commander Cody on your left. We have 4 212th Clone Troopers, including 2 of these type of 212th Clone Troopers, 1 of these, and 1 of these. And as well as that, we see 3 battle droids. Now, let's look at the back of these minifigures. Here are the back of the Clone Troopers. We see Commander Cody on the left with his back printing, which they all look good apart from the battle droid. We have the battle droid, which is completely plain. The orange 212ths all share the same sort of back design, but the sort of beige 212th has a different design. But now, let's look at the facial expressions before looking at the side build included in the set. Apart from Commander Cody on the left, all the other versions of the 212th Clone Trooper and every single 212th Trooper, including the duplicate of this one, all have the exact same facial expression. But now, let's look at the side build included in the set. Here is the miniature spider droid build included in the set. We have a rotating gun system here, where it's kind of stiff, but you can roll it around. The gun system here moves up and down, and you can both adjust the foot and even the knee position and the leg position of the spider legs. But it is a bit fragile, as you just saw with it coming off. And it also stands on this clear white circular brick as well, so that it can stand up quite well. But now, let's look at the main build itself. Here is the ATTE build itself. Now, I'm going to quickly just show you all sides of the ATTE, because firstly, it's an awesome looking build. It's quite well detailed, and considering the price, there's a lot to this build. And there was surprisingly more to the build than even what I was expecting. But now, let's look at the functionality of the ATTE, and trust me, there's a lot of functions. The functions that are in the ATTE include the fact that there's a lever here where you can lift it and it sort of carries itself on the center using the lever, so you can just move it up and down. But also with the legs, there's a lot of range of motion. It moves the whole leg. You can move this section of the leg. You can move this section of sort of the foot area. And if we raise it up, you can even move the heel of the foot, so that with the ATTE sort of legs, it can be in a lot of positions in case if it has to go through some rough terrain. And the side legs don't have as much movement, but you can move it a little bit side to side, and the footing area can move a little bit side to side as well, but it doesn't nearly have the range of motion that the ATTE as this leg has, because these two legs are what really stabilize the ATTE. Also, with the interior, you can slide it out, where you have 2 sort of levers and a seat for your captain or whatever to, go in and out of the ATTE. And with these sorts of slots here, where you can see them here, you align them to the chair where there's an extra bit of plastic hanging out. And the reason why is because you place it in between here and it closes up practically perfectly. Also, there's a turret where you can move it like this, but it's sort of in a locked position. You can see a minifigure here. It also moves up and down as well. And you have some stud shooters, or tile stud shooters more so here, by just pressing this. And it fires very fast. You also have a bunch of cannons that move with the ball joint here. You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 of them. You can also lift up both the front and the back areas as well, but I'll show you the inside of the set before moving on to the instructions. Here is the top of the ATTE, and I'm going to show you the interior detail in this set. But also, here's another point where you can lift the ATTE up, and the first bit you can open up is this part of the roof, where it sort of opens sequentially. You can also open up these bits as well. I'm going to twist, forgot that you could actually detach that, but I'm actually going to spin it round, only because it's actually easier to see from this sort of perspective. And in here, you can see that there's two different seats, and this section's not attached, it's just resting on four different pieces like this, here, one on the other side, and there. You also have a hook and a sort of system where you can fix up some of the things with the ATTE. And here we have a chest where there's binoculars in the chest. I think you can maybe see them here. If not, you can see that there's binoculars here. You close it up, you place it back here, and actually it's a really good inclusion of the jumper piece as well. You stick it like this, you close it up, and I'll show you the back of the ATTE as well, because there's quite a lot of detail on the back as well. You open it up here and here, it actually goes all the way down. You can open up the side walls as well, and here we have 4 different seating positions for the clones. We have a jumper piece where it's just, you can't really see it, but it's empty. You also have an area to clip things. You have a fire extinguisher and a coffee mug as well. And also, there's a screen here as well. And apart from that, these are all the bits that you'll see. And this is all the functionality in the ATTE. So let's now look at the instructions before moving on to my final thoughts. Before I even move on to the instructions, I don't know if this change has happened during 2023 and 2024, or if it's been in large sets since 2022. But LEGO have finally wrapped up their large sets instructions in a way where the stickers won't be bent. Now, I've obviously opened it because I've built this set and I've folded it by accident here. And here is the ATTE instructions. That was just the sound of me just chucking the envelope that it comes in. But obviously, as you can see, you have all sorts of information. You have different stages of building the set, and you have a progress bar with Commander Cody from the start to the finish. You obviously see the parts that you get as well, and yeah, you get to see the whole build and what it does as well. And as well as that, here's the range for the 2022 sets. We obviously have ATTE, which is a set that I reviewed, but I've also bought this set, but I haven't reviewed it because I've actually bought it as an investment set. But other than those two, I don't own any of the sets here. And this was a pretty decent way. The Obi-Wan set was pretty good. And I found the Andor set pretty underrated, as well as the BD-1, I think. But this just wasn't available basically anywhere. Meanwhile, this set was just overpriced. But now, let's move on to my final thoughts. These are my final thoughts on the LEGO Star Wars ATTE LEGO set right here. Firstly, this LEGO set has been hyped up ever since its rumor has been released until the release date of this set. And even then, this set has still delivered. The reason why is because firstly, we see Commander Cody, but the other minifigures are extremely strong. They are very, very good minifigures, and here's even more. The ATTE build is fantastic. It's a brilliant build. It's been executed very well. It has heaps of detail, and LEGO have done a fantastic job at creating the ATTE set. Also, I was a bit disappointed with the size of the ATTE, but comparing it to other sets like it, and seeing the size compared to, say, the Razor Crest, it's sort of equal, but I did find it a little bit on the overpriced side. But what is more overpriced about this set is, at least in Australia, the price of this set isn't the same as the Razor Crest set. And I believe these two sets, in value at least, are basically equal to each other. It's the same thing when it comes to value, but unfortunately, LEGO have charged $30 more, where I'm struggling to see where the value is, because here it's slightly smaller, but you get more minifigures. In the Razor Crest, there's slightly more build, less minifigures. But the value proposition is about the same. But the other thing that I will say about this set before I give my final rating is that it's a little bit fragile. when I was reviewing the set, the leg bit came off, some of the outer guns have sort of popped off, so it's not a super rigid set, even though carrying it is an absolute breeze, and because of this, I rate it 4.5 stars. It's a fantastic set. It's almost an overrated set, yet it delivers, because there's so much hype for this set, and this set has sold very well because it's popular. Even a year and a half after its release, it's still quite difficult to track down, especially, and this is the important part, especially if it's on sale. When it's on sale, lots of people are snapping it up because it's popular and it's a good deal. And this set is fantastic, and I highly recommend it before it retires for anyone who's considering the ATTE. It's fantastic. But what are your thoughts on the LEGO Star Wars ATTE Walker? Do you rate it? Again, let me know down below. If you want to see more content just like this, please subscribe. If you enjoyed the video, please smash the like button. I hope you guys have an awesome day and keep building.